Welcome to my channel Stash to Cash. My name is Mrs. Lex checking in today. I'd like to say welcome to any new viewers tuning in and to thank you to any regular viewers. Thank you for doing so. Today's topic is actually story time, and today's topic is my loose change jar. And I'm obviously going to be talking about my loose change jar. And the reason why I have chosen this topic is because of something that happened which was amazing to me. So I started initially doing saving challenges at the end of 2023, and I had like an old spaghetti jar. It didn't even have a lid, but obviously the bottle's quite tall and it's thick. So I used to just put it on top of my fridge. But because I kept knocking it over, my plan of action was, obviously the fridge is taller than me, and then the loose change jar is even taller because it's an old spaghetti jar. So obviously spaghetti jars are tall. So I had a vision, and my vision was to replace it with something else, but there wasn't no immediate rush because I was only throwing coins in there, and because the jar was tall and the coins were at the bottom, it wasn't a big deal. So in early 24, one of my young adults was attending university outside of London at that time, and he had come home for a couple of days. You know what it's like with youngsters. They come home with all their washing and they're fed and watered, and they go back. So he was here for about a week, and I think it was prior to Mother's Day. So I know it's Mother's Day then Easter, and it wasn't quite Mother's Day. So he was here, and then, you know, he spent some time, was fed and watered, and he packed his bag, and he said, "Oh, Mum, I'm going," you know, and off he went. And my fridge is located adjacent to my sink, and obviously when you washing up by the sink, you're looking through a window, so that would mean that my fridge would be on the right hand side. So I was washing up at my sink, and I just glanced over to the right where my fridge was, and I noticed that in my loose change jar there was like a wad of notes. So for me to say wad, it was quite thick. So I was so surprised because I go over to this jar and take it down, and there's a handful of notes. There was so much notes that it couldn't even fit in one hand. And I took it out and I counted it. And when I counted it, I got the shock of my life. There was actually £1,000 in that jar. So at the time, my husband was at home and my other older son was at home. And I know it wasn't either one of these people, because obviously I live with them. Why would they put money in my loose change jar? So my son, who had just left London, obviously to go back to uni outside of London, I phoned him up and I said to him, "Son, I've just seen a wad of notes in my loose change jar. And obviously you must have put them in there." And he said to me, "Yes, he did." So I said to him, "What's the occasion?" And he said to me, I will never ever forget what he said to me. He said to me, "I don't need an occasion. You're my mother and I'm your son, you know, and I just wanted to help you out." And I was dumbstruck. This is a moment I thought that I would never ever forget. You know, I was so shocked that I couldn't even speak about it. And I just said, "Thank you." So I said, I even said to him, "Is it an early Mother's Day?" And he said, "No, I just wanted to help you out," you know. And but what I wanted to reference is that before anybody's thinking to themselves that, you know, there's a hierarchy salary by someone in my household, no. My son was a second year uni student, full-time uni student. And even if you are doing a little bit of work, you can't earn much money, because what money can you earn? You've got to head down studies first. It's always the priority for me. And that is what I always convey to them. And you know, when you have children and you give them positive moments during their life, we do something special. This was something that he did for me, and I will never, ever, ever forget it. You know, that the fact that he could just come home, see that my mum's been trying, I'm going to surprise her, I'm going to put some funds, I'm not waiting for it to be Mother's Day, I'm not waiting for it to be her birthday, I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to go about my daily business, say goodbye, I'm not going to tell her, and she's going to see it and get a surprise. And boy, did I get a surprise. So you're probably wondering, what did I do with that £1,000? I actually put it in the bank. I didn't spend 1 penny of it, because I said that I wanted to do something significant with it, you know, and I will never ever forget what he said. I just wanted to help you out. So what I wanted to reference is, if I didn't have a jar with change in it, and it was just coins, pound coins, 2p's, a mixture of coins, I don't know if he would have put anything in there. And I sometimes think that sometimes in life, because you are trying, somebody will come and help you, give you a helping hand. I'm not saying that this is the helping hand that I was looking for, because I wasn't looking for anything. But I think he was just trying to return a bit of love to his mother, a gesture. I don't know, any way you want to see it. You know, I don't expect much, because I always think to myself that it's rough in the streets for our youngsters these days, our young adults. You know, I don't expect much. And if ever I'm given any amount, whether it be less than that, I always appreciate it. But that was a positive memory that I will never, ever, ever forget. Second year student, just going about his daily business, came home, fed and watered and did that, and went about his business, didn't even say mum, because he knew that I would see it. So I just wanted to share that with you. My miracle that happened because I had a loose change jar on my fridge, and, you know, somebody wanted to surprise me. And that was my miracle. So I just want to say to anyone tuning in that when you are a mother, and when you are doing the best that you can, and when you are putting in the work as a parent and creating positive memories and doing amazing things for your children, you know, 21st century children, their eyes are open and they are aware of everything. And the goodness that you put out, you will surely get it back. And on that day, I got it back in an amazing way that I didn't expect. So I just wanted to share that with you. That was my miracle, and it's something that will never forget. And even if it was half of that amount, I would still be eternally grateful. But I suppose he just wanted to surprise me and shock me, and he did surprise me and shock me, definitely. And you know, I sometimes I reference it. You know, sometimes when you have youngsters and you reference, I remember when you did this for me or that for me, and they say, oh, I can't even remember when I did that. Oh, Mum, did I really do that? And I said, yeah, you did. You know, so I you know, for all the amazing mums out there that are trying, you know, keep pushing forward. You know, you will get your just deserve. And I just want to share this story that may inspire anyone tuning in. So we've come to the end of the video, and I'd like to say thank you for anyone that has watched the video and has tuned in. And also, if you have an amazing story, please comment. Or if you have a challenge or something amazing has happened, please comment. I'll be very interested to know. So in the meantime, take care of yourself and see you soon. Blessings. Goodbye for now.